So now we're gonna see an example of GradeBook class using an array to store test grades. And we are gonna create a new folder, so we're gonna go to new folder. We are gonna name it test and right click it, open in terminal. We're gonna type in code space that. It's gonna open in Visual Studio Code, and here we're gonna create a file. Okay, so we are gonna name it, we're gonna have two files. One is gonna be for all the code, and the second file is gonna be our main method. So here we're gonna have GradeBook, like that, GradeBook, and the extension that is that Java. And here we're gonna have a GradeBook class using an array to store test grades. So to do that, we have to type in public class, and the name is gonna be GradeBook, like that. To the next line, we're gonna open curly braces, and now we're gonna have private, so access modifiers, public and private. So private means that the only methods that we're gonna be able to access the private are gonna be the methods inside of this class. Okay, so it's gonna be private, type is gonna be stream, and the name is gonna be course name. So this is the variable initializer variable course name. This is the name of course, and here below we're gonna have private again, access modifier, and our array. So it's gonna be of type integer, and the name is gonna be, it's not gonna be array, the name of this array is gonna be grades. We're gonna end up with a semicolon at the end, so array of student grades. Okay, so we go down, and now we're gonna have two argument constructor, initializes course name and grades array. So we are gonna have in public, and again, since this is a constructor, has to have the name of the file. The name of the file is GradeBook, so the name of the class is GradeBook, and the name of the constructor has to be GradeBook. And inside of the parentheses, we are gonna have two arguments. We're gonna have the name that is gonna be of type stream. It's gonna be a name. We're gonna separate it with a comma. We're gonna have this array, and this array is gonna be grades array, like that. To the next line, we're gonna open curly braces, and let me put a comment here. So pretty much this is gonna be the two arguments, so it's gonna be like that, two argument constructor, like that, that initializes the course name and grades array. Okay, inside of the curly braces, one, two, three, we are gonna have the course name and name, and this one we can read it from right to left. So pretty much we have the name that is gonna be stored in the course name. So here we are gonna initialize course name, then here we're gonna have the grades, and here is gonna be grades array. Okay, and grades array. Okay, and we are reading it from right to left. So the name, we are storing it in the course name, and the grades array, we are storing it in the grades. So it's gonna make sense later on. Okay, so this is the end of the two argument GradeBook constructor. Now we're gonna have the method. So we're gonna have in the method method set. Okay, method to set the course name, so it's gonna be the method set. We're gonna have public, so this is an access modifier, public, and this is an access modifier, but this is private. Okay, and it's gonna be void, and it's gonna be set course name. So watch out for camel notation. Inside of the parentheses we're gonna have a type string, and it's gonna be name. Okay, so to the next line we're gonna open curly braces. We're gonna have course name, and let's move it like that, just to all they have to be in the same, maybe like that, in the same order. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have the course name, and it's gonna be, that is where we are gonna store the name. Okay, store the course name. Again, we are reading it from right to left, so the name we are gonna storing it in the course name. Okay, so we already have the method. So the next method is gonna be to retrieve. So it's gonna be the retrieve method. So we're gonna retrieve the course name. We're gonna have in the public, and it's not gonna be void. This one is void because we are setting it up. But this one we are retrieving it, so it's gonna be a string get course name, like that. We open parentheses. Okay, that's fine. To the next line we open curly braces, and now we're gonna return. Okay, and we're gonna return the course name. Okay, now we're gonna have a third method that is gonna be, let me see, return. That's fine. Well, it's not really a method. We're just gonna we're gonna display a message. Okay, so display a welcome message to the GradeBook user. So we're gonna have in public, and this time it's gonna be void, and it's gonna be display message. We're gonna open parentheses to the next line, and here we're gonna get course name. Okay, so the get course name gets the name of the course. So to do that we're gonna have system.out.print format, because we're gonna have some arguments here, and the first argument is gonna be a string. The second argument is gonna be the get course name function. Okay, with the parentheses, so we are get course name, and here the string is just gonna be the welcome. Okay, welcome to the GradeBook, welcome to the GradeBook 4, and to the next line, percent sign lowercase letter s, and then to the next line, and to the next line. And we can do something like that. Let me see, maybe like that here. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So to the next line we can just open the double quotes, and then you start writing your strings inside of the double quotes, so it doesn't make so it doesn't extend all the way to the right, so it doesn't get messier. And we have the display method, or we have the display message and the method display. So again, this is a method as well. So let's continue. Now we're gonna perform various operations on the data. So we're gonna have the public void access modifier public, and we're gonna name it process grades. we are gonna open parentheses. To the next line we're gonna have the curly braces. Now we're gonna output grades array, so it's gonna be output grades, like that. To the next, output grades. Okay, let me see. Here we're gonna call method getAverage to calculate the average grade. So to do that, we have the system.out.print format, and let me see, we can do it like that again. We can have the string first. Let me see, and then with the second argument is gonna be get get average. So we don't have it yet, but we're gonna get average. We're gonna type it in for now. So to the next line, this is the first argument, is gonna be the string. To the next line, class average is %, point to f, okay, floating. And to the next line, okay, yeah, it's gonna throw us an error for now. Okay, so we have that so far. We can put a comment here, so just output grades, like that. And here would be like call method get average. So we don't have this method, but we are gonna create it. Now we're gonna have the call method, so it's gonna be a call method that is gonna be get minimum and max, like that. Get maximum, okay, like that. Get maximum. Okay, so, and the comments, you don't need to worry about the Kemo notation, but just to keep that in mind. So system.out.print format again, and here to the next line we'll open let me see, is format, yeah, format. So how many arguments? So we have 3 arguments. The first argument is the string, the second is gonna be the get minimum, okay, get minimum, and the third argument would be get maximum, like that. And don't forget the parentheses here and the string. So we're gonna have the lowest grade is %, lowercase letter d for decimal. To the next line, highest grade is %, lowercase letter d. And to the next line, okay, let me see. Yeah, we have that so far. We can save it, and yeah, what is this? Grades, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna call the output bar chart to print grade distribution chart. Okay, so just we're gonna type in output like that, and it's gonna be bar chart and parentheses. Okay, so pretty much here we can put it like that. We can call the method, or just call the output bar chart to print the grade distribution, called output bar chart to print grade distribution. distribution, like that. Okay, so output bar chart. Let me see. This would be the end of method process grade. So this is the method process grade. So the curly braces starts here and ends up here. So outside of the process grades, we're gonna find the minimum grade. So and then the maximum. That's the reason we have get minimum, get maximum. So we're gonna have the access modifier public. The type is gonna be integer, and now we're gonna have get minimum. So get minimum, like that. And yeah, get minimum. So and as you can see, this error went away for the get minimum. So now we're gonna have this variable low grade. So low grade of type string low grade, and we are setting it to grades open bracket 0, like that. Yeah, semicolon at the end. So we're gonna assume that the grades open brackets with the index 0 is smallest. Okay, and now we're gonna have the loop. Okay, so we're gonna use the for statement. We're gonna loop through the grades array, and we're gonna have the enhance for statement. Okay, so it's gonna be the enhance for, and we're gonna have this parameter that is gonna have of type integer. Okay, this parameter has the identifier is gonna be grade. Okay, so the colon, and now the name of this array is grades. So as you can see here, the name of the array, what it was, yeah, it's grades. That's the reason we can use the enhance for statement. So we're gonna loop through grades array. Okay, and to do that we use the for statement. This is the parameter and this is the array, and we use the colon to do that. This is the statement, and in the statement we're gonna open curly braces, and now we're gonna have an if statement. If the grade lower than low grade, then we're gonna assign it to low grade. So if we're gonna have this condition, if the grade yeah, I need to watch out for this might get me an error at the end how I'm typing grade. So if grade is less than low grade, okay, if that is true, then 1 2 3 we're gonna have low grade semicolon at the end. So, and again, reading it from right to left, so what it means is if the grade is less than the low grade, then we are gonna have this grade is stored in the low grade. Okay, this is the new lowest grade. Okay, reading it from left to right, so we are storing this grade into here low grade. And outside of the for of the enhancement for statement, we go outside and we are gonna return the low grade semicolon at the end. And yeah, and we are gonna do the same for the maximum. Okay, so we're gonna go here and access modifier, so we're gonna have public. Again, the type is gonna be integer, get here maximum, parentheses, and open curly braces. So here we're gonna have the integer, so it's gonna be highest. Let me see why is giving me this. Maybe let me check it out something real quick. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Okay, highest integer, high grade. Integer is high grade camel notation. High grade. Let me see, grades bracket 0. Okay, semicolon at the end. We're gonna assume grades open bracket 0 is the largest. And now again we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna loop it, so it's gonna be the enhance for statement. Okay, so we're gonna have this integer. Okay, it's gonna be grade. So this is I see this is gonna be the parameter, and the name of the array is gonna be grades. Now the statement is gonna be if we're gonna open if the grade is greater than the high grade 1 2 3, then we're gonna do something. So we're gonna store into this high grade, like that. We're gonna store into this high grade the grade, like that. Let me see, high grade. Okay, outside of that we're gonna return, and we're gonna return high grade. Okay, so outside of the get maximum, we are gonna determine the average now. So we're gonna have public void. No, we're gonna determine the average grade for test. So it's gonna be double, public double, and now get average, like that. We're gonna open parentheses and now curly braces. Okay, so we have this integer named total. We're gonna initialize it to 0, semicolon at the end. Okay, so some grades for one student. Okay, so it's gonna be the 4, and we're gonna have the enhance for statement. So it's gonna be integer grade colon, and then we're gonna have in grades. Okay, and here 1 2 3 we're gonna have in the total addition assignment operator. So this one is gonna be grades. Okay, and now we're gonna return average of grades. So it's gonna be a return it's gonna be the double, and we're gonna the double is gonna be the total is gonna be of type double, and here is gonna be as the grades that length semicolon at the end. Let me see total. No, this one is just grade. Okay, so in the enhance for statement we have the parameter, the array, then we have the total. It's gonna be assigned to the total plus this grade, not the grades. Okay, so now we're gonna output the bar chart displaying grade distribution. So let me see. So far we don't have mistakes here. Well, we have the output grades and the output bar chart. So those are the ones that we're gonna start working. And outside of the public double get average, we're gonna go for the public output bar chart. Okay, so it's gonna be access modifier public, type is gonna be void, and it's gonna be the output bar chart. Let me see, output bar chart. And okay, so let me see, just to double check if I write it right here. Output bar chart and output grades. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Okay, so output bar chart camel notation, now system.out print format, or in this case just print ln because it's just a string. It's great distribution, like that, semicolon at the end. What else? Okay, so we have this integer, and here is gonna be the frequency. Okay, so this integer array. Okay, so we have frequency, and here we're gonna have a new, and this one is integer brackets 11 semicolon at the end. That's fine. Okay, so now for each grade, increment the appropriate frequency. Okay, so integer frequency. Okay, that's fine. We have the enhance for statement. We're gonna have the parameter that is gonna be of type integer. So we have the grade, we have the colon, and now the name of the array, that is grades 1 2 3. And now we're gonna increment it, so it's gonna be frequency brackets, and now we're gonna have in the grade, and we're gonna divide it by 10 semicolon at the end. Okay, now we're gonna have the for each grade frequency print the bar in the chart. So it's gonna be the for statement, not the enhance, just the for. The difference with the enhance for statement is that we don't use the counter. Here we're gonna use a counter, so it's gonna be a count of type integer, and this one is gonna be 0. And as long as the count is less than the frequency that length semicolon at the end, we're gonna have in the count. Let me see. Yeah, the count is gonna be incremented. That's fine. Let me see. So we have this integer name count. We're setting it to 0 as long as the count is less than frequency, that's length. Okay. Then we're gonna have the output the bar label, so from 00 to 09, all the way to 90 to 99, and all the way to 100. So if the count is equal to 100, let me see, 1 2 3, then the system.out that print format, the print format, let me see, if the count is equal to 10, then we're gonna throw a message, and here we are gonna have okay, if the count is equal to 10, then the second argument is gonna be 100, and in the string we are gonna have in the percent sign, and then 5, and then lowercase letter d for decimal, colon, and space. We need to get rid of this. Let me see. No, yeah, that's fine. Else 1 2 3 system that print ln, and let me see, we are gonna have 2 arguments, so this one is gonna be print format, and let me see, if it's not 10, well, then we are gonna have in the first argument percent sign 02d, and this one is gonna be percent sign 02d for decimal, and as a second argument, wait a minute, yeah, we need a colon right here. Let me see, so we have a comma, and now as a second argument we're gonna have the count multiplied by 10, comma, and then we're gonna have in the count multiplied by 10, and plus 9. Count multiplied by 10. Okay, that's fine. Calling. Let me see. So now we're gonna print the bar of asterisk. Okay, so let me see. If else, now we're gonna print the bar of asterisk. So we're gonna have the for statement. Okay, we're gonna have in the integer, it's gonna be a star, so we're gonna set it up to initialize it to 0 as long as the stars are less than the frequency, open brackets, count, let me see, count. Okay, we're gonna increment the stars by 1. Okay, 1 2 3. System that out print length, system that out print, just print and then the asterisk. So I just press shift and then the number 8 in my laptop. Okay, so finally we're gonna have in the system that out that print lm, and this is just starts a new line of output. So this is the end of the outer for, and this is the end of the method of the output chart. So let me see, output chart, this is here, and we don't have any mistakes, or it doesn't throw any errors, just except the output grade. So that's the last one. And let me see, output bar chart. So we go, the curly brace ends up here, so we need to put access modifier public, and this type is gonna be void, and it's gonna be output grades, yeah, like that. To the next line we're gonna open curly braces, and now we're gonna have in the system that out a print lem, yeah, and it's gonna be the grades. So the grades are calling, and to the next line, and okay, well, to the next line. And now we're gonna output each student's grade. So it's gonna be the for loop, and we're gonna have the integer student. We're gonna initialize it to 0 as long as the student, okay, as long as the student is less than grades that length. Okay, we're gonna increment the student by 1. Okay, 1 2 3. System, okay, system that print format, and here we're gonna have in the student percent sign 2d column, then we're gonna have percent sign 3d. To the next line, and that would be the first argument. The second argument, we can put it right here, and it's gonna be a student 1, student plus 1. The third argument is gonna be the grades brackets, and here we're gonna pass in the student semicolon at the end. And yeah, there's like 121 lines of code here, and that will be the end for this file. So the only thing that we need to do is just the file for the main method, and yeah, that's gonna be fairly or relatively fast. So again, it's gonna be GradeBook test.java, like that. Okay, so we are gonna have the access modifier public static void main, all this stuff. And here we're gonna have in this integer, okay, this array, and we're gonna name it grades array, like that. Okay, and this array is gonna have this numbers, so these are the grades: 87, 68, 68, 94, 100, 83, 83, 78, 85, 91, 76, and 87, semicolon at the end. And now we're gonna have in the GradeBook, and we're gonna name it my GradeBook, and this one is gonna be set to new GradeBook. Let me see. So we have GradeBook, my GradeBook. We're gonna set it to new GradeBook, and we can just go right here, and we're gonna have two arguments. So grades array, that's gonna be the second argument, so yeah, grades array, and the first argument is gonna be intro, we can name it, I don't know, intro to Java. Okay, GradeBook, why is throwing this error? GradeBook can I be resolved as a type? Why not? GradeBook, oh okay, I know, like that, semicolon at the end, my GradeBook. Okay, so we have grades array, then we have GradeBook, my GradeBook, grades array, my GradeBook, yeah, that's fine. Now we're gonna have my GradeBook, so now we're gonna start using it. So then we're gonna have the display message, and finally my GradeBook, and the method that we are gonna have is gonna be the process grade. So process grades, that comes from here. Process, let me see, minimum, it comes from here, the process grade. So let's save it, let's close this one. So this is the test, and let's see if it works. Let me move it right here, and let's do it again. Okay, so we have here student 1 87, and student 2 68, student 3 94, student 4 100, all the way up to student 10 that is 87. So the class average is 84.90, the lowest grade is 68, that corresponds to a student 2, and the highest grade is 100, that corresponds to a student 4. Okay, so that's fine all the way that. So let me see if the asterisk works. So 60 to 69, well, this is the grade distribution. There nobody has a score from 0 all the way to 59, but the ones who scored 60 to 69 got one asterisk, or it's just one people are, and that is the 68, that would be a student 2. Then we have the students who score between 70 and 79 are 2, so that would be student 9 and student 6. Then we have from 80 to 89, we have 4 students. From 90 to 99, 2 students, and 100, the student who scored 100 is only one student, that would be student 4.